Okay, hi everyone. This is my 5th blog, I think, on Doctor Who. I'm doing my blog on The Doctor's Wife. Last night was the Eurovision, so I didn't get to see it, so I had to watch it this morning. So I had a rough review of it, because, you have to watch it again and again to get the gist of it. But, obviously there was nothing about... Stop it, B. It's my video. Okay, so there wasn't really any indication of Amy being pregnant or anything in this episode, which really annoyed me because if you want to keep an arc going, like in a story, I think you need to have subtle hints to it every so often. So this episode sort of came out of the blue for me. It was quite, it was said to be a good episode. I liked it, but it didn't really have anything to do with the ongoing arc of the story, with the Stephen Moffat and the River Song thing, which I know I suppose we need to take a bit of a break from that storyline, just to remind everyone that Doctor Who's still the Doctor with the TARDIS and he goes travelling. I like the fact that the Doctor was almost... Well, yes, he was. He met his TARDIS. That was cool. I thought that was really good, and I like the way that they went back to past things, past references, and explained a bit more about how the Doctor and TARDIS ended up together, because that's very vague and very, not very in people's minds. That was good. I was happy they did that. Amy and Rory running around the TARDIS, being chased by nephew, that was odd. Very confusing. I wanted to know a bit more about why nephew was the Ood and whether the Ood had a big significant part to the story. They didn't really go into who House was. We never got to see this. The thing with me, I like to see the aliens behind the mask, and that was frustrating for me because I couldn't see the alien because it was just dust basically. I think the bit with the whole Amy thinking Rory was dead, and then Amy coming back and it being a few years later, and Amy and Rory and him being dead and alive and again and stuff was really, really weird and mind-boggling, and that's just reminded you how good Doctor Who is. I just wondered whether that's going to be a big part of maybe next series, or the continuing story, whether that was a story arc. But I thought it was good, and next week's looks really good too. And there was obviously next week there's a clip in the the trailer with the lady with the eye patch again. So she's obviously an ongoing plot in the story, because we've seen her by next week we'd have seen her 3 or 4 times now, and she always seems to be showing up in Amy's timeline. No one else's, so she's got a big significant part to play in Amy's storyline, I think. Still no idea what that is. River Song is. I'm very much looking forward to it because in 2 weeks' time we will know a bit more about River Song, because she'll be in those 2 episodes, and I like River Song, and I think episodes of River Song are really good. Well, that's it, Doctor Whoers. Stay tuned for my blog next week. Bye.